Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jeff. I'm doing my day trading recap for Thursday, September 3rd. I'm a little under the weather, so if I'm sniffling, bear with me here. I traded Octa at the open, also traded Tesla, and I traded Disney. We didn't really have, all that much on the watch list. I really like Tesla, but I also had my own little secondary watch list that I was watching. I was watching Octa, Shack, Starbucks, Coop, and Twillo, some growth names, that got hit pretty hard the last few weeks, basically because of sector rotation. But I know that if these can start turning back up, these guys are going to start ripping and start leading the market up. Yeah, I've been watching these guys. So as you can see, Octa on the daily has been fairly strong, even though it's been selling off for the last few weeks. It's kind of finding a bottom here, I think. But the last 4 days has been um, going up, right? In comparison to the SPY has been going down, and that shows you relative strength. So the last few days of SPY has just been dumping. Now Octa has been doing the complete opposite. So that's why I'm watching it. So here, as you can see, is in pre-market. There's this pre-market high here at 105.47. So I know if that can get over that, we're gonna get some buying pressure. So right when it, started knocking on that door, I instantly went long here, and as you can see, the volume did come in. So I'm not the only one that's looking at this. So um, this was more of a scalp, just because I don't really know. We haven't been really having all that much clean moves. But yeah, so I pretty much just scalped this, and was able to get a nice little winner here. So I took this long with my stop right here, the low of that candle. So that was a nice little winner at the open. It couldn't quite get going, but as you can see, now this thing is starting to trend. So like I said, if this can get the SPY on its side, this is going to get going. So, it sold off, and then now look at that massive move. And then look at this daily. It reclaimed in the last few days, reclaimed the 200 moving average, and is now is above the 20. So that was one trade on that. And then this one, I'm shooting myself right now, man. I'm so like disappointed in myself. I traded Tesla here, and I just completely botched this one again. I haven't been quite on my game, which is, man, killing me. So as you can see here, this is pre-market low, pre-market high. I like to see it. What is it going to do in this range, right? Right when it was getting ready to crack that pre-market low, I instantly took it short. I made the mistake of putting such a tight stop that it made me a little nervous in this trade. So as you can see, I'll show you where I got in, where I put my stop. And by the way, I am using the equalizer hotkey that puts you in for a fixed amount for per risk, calculated on your per risk. So I got in here. I set my stop right here. This is where I double clicked. So as you can see, this is way too tight for Tesla, and this thing was extremely erratic, and it put me on edge a little bit. So I made that mistake. I should have, taken it short. I probably should have put my stop somewhere around VWAP. Just yeah, just to be safe, right? So um, at this point, when this started, cracking, giving me a whole dollar move, I instantly just started taking partials like a crazy madman. And at this point, I'm literally just made the mistake of playing my P&L on this one, and yeah, and it cost me because I missed that huge move here. So I made money on this, but like I said, I got in here way too heavy based on my where I placed my stop, and I should have done that. Lessons learned. I missed this huge move. Yes, man. So that was the second trade on Tesla, and then on the next trade, I was really patient. I noticed how the SPY just dumped super hard based on some economic news, and yeah, I was watching, letting the price action tell me, which way this was going to go. But based on that drop, I knew that this thing was overextended. I felt like this thing wasn't, going to continue leaking. So I started looking at levels on the SPY, and um, I noticed that there was, so I'll pull up the SPY. There's a level here right around the 200-day moving average. And then also there's a level here that I saw right in this level was 283, but I mean, look at this, produced this beautiful hammer candle now, right? So at Disney, I saw this thing possibly reversing here, so I got in as a reversal. I'm really trying to practice these. I'm really terrible at reversals, but they give you a really good risk reward. So as you can see in this 5 minute, look at these hammers. three 5-minute hammers. It really could not crack this level here. We also have a level of 127.60. Notice how it's just respecting that. Um, on the 1 minute chart, I noticed, this thing started to curl back up. Once it got over that 20 moving average and the 9 was getting ready to cross that 20 moving average, I went long. So I took it long here, right there. I had my stop underneath this candle. So this one right underneath there. So I had about, let me see here. I had about a 30 cents risk on this trade. So I literally, what I did here, because I was so disappointed in that Tesla trade, I already had my stop, and I put in basically a range order. So I put in my profit target, which is 2 to 1, nothing less, and I just let it go. And it was either going to hit my stop or it was going to hit my profit target. And yeah, I'm glad that I did this, and I just stuck to it, and it eventually, yeah, hit my target, as you can see here, right there. So 30 cents risk. So I needed a 60-cent move, and I got it. So I'm really happy, ending the day on a good note. Yeah, lots of things to go over for myself, and lots of things to work on to get better at this. So as you can see, man, I'm really proud of myself for sticking with this 2 to 1 with my stop there. So other than that, if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave it at the bottom. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow.